Welcome to our channel. Today we're discussing a very important topic, the signs of depression you should not ignore. Look, we all go through ups and downs in life. We have our good days and our bad days. But when those bad days turn into weeks or even months, and you just can't seem to shake the blues, well, that's when you need to start paying attention. We're talking about a darkness that seems to seep into every corner of your life, affecting how you feel, how you think, and how you function every single day. It's like a weight on your shoulders, dragging you down and making it hard to even get out of bed in the morning. If you or someone you know is experiencing these symptoms, it's crucial to seek help. Remember, you are not alone, and there is no shame in asking for help. In fact, it's the strongest thing you can do.
You might feel empty inside, hopeless, like nothing brings you joy anymore. The things you used to look forward to, the things that used to make you happy, they just don't do it for you anymore. You might find yourself withdrawing from friends and family, isolating yourself because you just don't have the energy or the desire to be around other people. You're just going through the motions, putting on a brave face for the world, but inside, you're hurting.
Let's talk about the first sign: persistent sadness or a low mood. Now, this isn't just about feeling a little down every now and then. We're talking about a deep, pervasive sadness that seems to hang over you like a cloud, day in and day out. It's important to remember that everyone experiences sadness differently. For some people, it might manifest as tearfulness, crying spells that seem to come out of nowhere. For others, it might be a feeling of numbness, like their emotions have been turned off altogether. They're just going through the motions, feeling disconnected from themselves and the world around them. This isn't something you can just snap out of. It's not a sign of weakness, and it's not something you should be ashamed of. It's a real medical condition that deserves attention and treatment. If you're feeling this way, if you're experiencing this kind of persistent sadness, it's time to reach out for help. Talk to someone you trust. A friend, a family member, a therapist, anyone who will listen without judgment. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. There are people who care about you, people who want to help you get through this. Don't suffer in silence. Reach out and get the support you need.
Maybe you used to love spending time with friends, going out dancing, or catching a movie. But now those activities feel like a chore, something you have to force yourself to do. You might find yourself declining invitations, making excuses to stay home, because even the thought of socializing feels exhausting. And it's not just about social activities either. Maybe you used to love reading, painting, playing sports, or pursuing your hobbies with passion. But now, those things just don't hold the same appeal. You might find yourself staring at your bookshelf, your paintbrushes, or your tennis racket, feeling completely unmotivated and uninspired.
You see, depression can rob you of the things that make life worth living, the things that bring you joy and make you feel alive. It's like a part of you is missing, the part that used to find joy and excitement in these activities, and this loss of interest can extend to other areas of your life as well. You might find it hard to concentrate at work or school, your performance might suffer, and you might start to feel like you're just going through the motions. This lack of motivation and enthusiasm can be incredibly frustrating, both for you and for those around you. People might tell you to snap out of it, to just get over it, but it's not that simple. Depression is a real medical condition that affects your brain chemistry, and it's not something you can just will yourself out of. If you're experiencing a loss of interest or pleasure in activities you used to enjoy, don't ignore it. It's a sign that something's not right, and it's important to seek help. Talk to a mental health professional who can help you understand what you're going through and develop a treatment plan that's right for you. Now, let's talk about another sign of depression that often gets overlooked: changes in appetite or weight. You see, depression doesn't just affect your mind, it can also take a toll on your body.
When you're struggling with depression, your eating habits might change dramatically. Some people find themselves eating more than usual, using food as a way to comfort themselves or numb their emotions. They might crave sugary, fatty foods that provide a temporary boost of energy or a sense of satisfaction.
On the other hand, some people experience a loss of appetite when they're depressed. Food just doesn't appeal to them anymore, and they might have to force themselves to eat even small meals. This loss of appetite can lead to significant weight loss, which can further impact your physical health and well-being.
These changes in appetite and weight can be a clear indication that something's not right. It's important to pay attention to your body and to any significant fluctuations in your weight, whether it's weight gain or weight loss.
If you notice that you're eating more or less than usual, or if you're experiencing unexplained weight changes, it's essential to talk to your doctor. They can help you rule out any underlying medical conditions and provide guidance on how to manage your weight in a healthy way. Remember, your physical health and your mental health are interconnected. Taking care of your body is an important part of managing depression and improving your overall well-being. Now, let's talk about another common symptom of depression: sleep disturbances. When you're struggling with depression, getting a good night's sleep can seem like an impossible dream.
You might find yourself lying awake at night, your mind racing with worries, fears, and negative thoughts. The silence of the night can amplify these thoughts, making it even harder to quiet your mind and drift off to sleep. This type of insomnia, where you have trouble falling asleep, is a hallmark of depression.
But it's not the only way depression can affect your sleep. Some people with depression find themselves sleeping too much, spending excessive hours in bed trying to escape from their thoughts and feelings. They might oversleep, feeling groggy and disoriented even after a long night's rest.
And even when you do manage to fall asleep, you might find that your sleep is restless and disturbed. You might wake up frequently throughout the night, struggling to fall back asleep. These sleep disturbances can have a significant impact on your daily life.
You might feel constantly tired and drained, lacking the energy and motivation to get through the day. Your concentration might suffer, making it difficult to focus at work, school, or even in conversations. If you're experiencing persistent sleep problems, it's essential to address them. Talk to your doctor or a mental health professional. They can help you identify the underlying causes of your sleep disturbances and recommend strategies to improve your sleep hygiene. Now, let's talk about the fifth sign of depression we're going to cover: difficulty concentrating or making decisions. You see, depression can cloud your mind like a dense fog, making it hard to think clearly, remember things, and make even simple decisions.
It's like your brain is stuck in slow motion, struggling to keep up with the demands of daily life. You might find yourself rereading the same sentence over and over again, unable to absorb the information. Or you might walk into a room and forget why you went there in the first place.
This mental fog can be incredibly frustrating and debilitating. It can make it challenging to focus at work, complete tasks efficiently, or engage in meaningful conversations.
Making decisions, even minor ones, can feel overwhelming and anxiety-provoking. You might second-guess yourself constantly, doubting your judgment and feeling paralyzed by indecision. This inability to think clearly can also affect your relationships. You might find it hard to follow conversations, remember important dates, or make plans with friends and family.
If you're experiencing this kind of mental fog, it's important to remember that you're not alone, and it's not a sign of weakness. Depression affects your brain chemistry, and this can have a significant impact on your cognitive abilities. Talk to a mental health professional who can help you understand what you're going through and develop strategies to manage these cognitive challenges. With the right support and treatment, you can regain clarity and improve your cognitive function. Look, recognizing the signs of depression is the first step towards getting better. It's about understanding that this is not your fault, it's not a weakness, and it's not something you have to deal with alone. If you recognize any of these signs in yourself or someone you care about, please reach out to a mental health professional. They can provide the support, guidance, and treatment options that can make a world of difference. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more important content.
Hey guys, it's my ebook and welcome back to Zen Zone Health. Today we're talking about something that hits close to home for a lot of us: depression. We often hear about the big things that can contribute to this mental health challenge, but what about those everyday habits that might be secretly fueling the fire? We're diving deep into 7 daily activities that could be impacting your mental health without you even realizing it. Stay tuned to learn how to recognize these habits and
More importantly, how to take control and make positive changes for a brighter, happier you.
Let's be real. In today's digital age, most of us spend a good chunk of our day glued to our computers. But did you know that all that sitting could be messing with your mental health? We're not just talking about eye strain and stiff necks here, folks. Studies have shown a direct link between prolonged computer use and increased feelings of depression, anxiety, and even that dreaded feeling of not wanting to get out of bed in the morning. Think about it. When you're hunched over a screen for hours on end, you're missing out on vital social interaction, sunlight, and physical movement, all of which are crucial for a healthy mind. It's like trapping yourself in a digital echo chamber where loneliness and negativity can easily creep in.
Ah, the couch. That comfy haven we all retreat to after a long day. But beware, my friends, too much time on the couch can turn into a one-way ticket to Depressionville. Now, I'm not saying you can't enjoy a good Netflix binge every now and then, but making a habit of it can seriously drain your motivation and leave you feeling purposeless. When you're just vegetating on the couch, your mind isn't engaged, your body isn't active, and it's easy to slip into negative thought patterns. And let's not forget the added dangers of what I call the couch potato trifecta: unhealthy snacking, excessive alcohol consumption, and smoking. These habits often go hand in hand with prolonged couch time, and trust me, they're a recipe for disaster, both mentally and physically.
I know, sleep is amazing. But as with most things in life, moderation is key. While getting enough sleep is essential for good health, oversleeping can actually backfire and make you feel even worse. You might think those extra hours are helping you recharge, but in reality, they could be dragging you down. Studies have shown that consistently sleeping more than 9 hours a night can increase your risk of depression, impair your memory, and even mess with your cognitive function. Think of it like this: your brain needs a healthy balance of sleep and wakefulness to function optimally. Oversleeping disrupts that balance, throwing your internal clock out of whack and potentially contributing to a whole host of mental and physical health issues. Chapter 4, Drinking Soda. Let's be honest, that sugary fizz might be tempting, but soda is basically liquid poison disguised as a refreshing drink. We all know it's bad for our waistlines, but did you know it's also wreaking havoc on our mental health? That's right, those sugary drinks are linked to an increased risk of depression, and it's not just the regular stuff. Diet soda, with all its artificial sweeteners, has been shown to be even worse for your mood. The science behind it is complex, but basically, all that sugar and artificial junk messes with your brain chemistry, disrupting the delicate balance of neurotransmitters that regulate your mood. So next time you're reaching for a soda, think twice and opt for a healthier alternative like water, unsweetened tea, or even a piece of fruit. Your mind and your body will thank you.
Chapter 5, Too Much Gaming.
Video games can be a fun and engaging way to unwind, but as with anything, too much of a good thing can quickly turn sour. Spending countless hours immersed in virtual worlds might seem harmless, but it can actually have serious consequences for your mental well-being. Excessive gaming has been linked to an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and social isolation. Think about it. When you're constantly plugged into a game, you're neglecting real-life relationships, responsibilities, and even basic self-care. This can lead to feelings of loneliness, guilt, and a distorted sense of reality. It's all about finding a healthy balance. Enjoy your games, but make sure you're also making time for real-life connections, physical activity, and activities that nourish your mind and soul. Now, before you skip ahead, I'm not saying exercise is bad. In fact, it's one of the best things you can do for your physical and mental health. But, and this is a big but, there's a fine line between a healthy exercise routine and overdoing it. Pushing yourself too hard too often can actually backfire and lead to increased stress, anxiety, and even depression. Think of it like this: your body needs time to recover after intense workouts. If you're constantly pushing your limits without adequate rest, you're essentially running your body into the ground, which can lead to hormonal imbalances, fatigue, and a whole host of other issues that can negatively impact your mood. S5. Media. Person lying on gym floor exhausted. Close-up of tired person's face after workout. Chapter 6, Too Much Exercise.
Chapter 7, Social Media.
Let's face it, social media has become an inescapable part of modern life. While it can be a great tool for staying connected and informed, it's also a breeding ground for comparison, negativity, and unrealistic expectations. Scrolling through endless feeds of perfectly curated lives can leave you feeling inadequate, envious, and downright depressed. Remember, social media is often a highlight reel of people's best moments, carefully crafted to present an idealized version of reality. Constantly comparing yourself to these fabricated images can seriously mess with your self-esteem and fuel feelings of inadequacy. It's crucial to remember that social media is not a reflection of real life. So there you have it, 7 seemingly harmless daily habits that could be secretly sabotaging your mental health. The good news is, by becoming aware of these habits and making conscious efforts to moderate them, you can take control of your well-being and pave the way for a happier, healthier you. Remember, small changes can make a big difference. Start by setting realistic goals, prioritizing self-care, and seeking professional support if needed. You've got this!
Welcome back to Zen Zone Health, everybody. Today we're diving into a topic that affects millions worldwide: the causes of depression. It's silent, debilitating, and often misunderstood. Depression is a complex condition with a wide range of contributing factors. It's not just feeling sad or having a bad day. It's a serious medical condition that requires attention and care. In this video, we'll explore some of the most common causes of depression, from childhood experiences to brain chemistry. By understanding the root causes, we can better address this widespread mental health issue and support those who need it most. Stay tuned. Our childhood experiences shape who we become. They mold our perceptions and reactions. For those who've experienced trauma, those years can cast a long shadow. Imagine a child experiencing something as traumatic as physical or sexual abuse. These events create deep emotional scars. These scars can manifest as anxiety, fear, and depression. Studies show a strong correlation between childhood trauma and depression in adulthood. Acknowledging and addressing these experiences is crucial. Talking about trauma is never easy, but it's a vital step in the healing process. By seeking help, individuals can learn to cope with the impact of childhood trauma. Remember, you are not alone. We all inherit unique traits from our parents, from the color of our eyes to our predisposition to certain diseases. And just like those physical characteristics, our mental health can also be influenced by our genes. When it comes to depression, genetics can play a significant role. If you have a close family member, like a parent or sibling, who has struggled with depression, your chances of experiencing it yourself may be higher. This doesn't mean that depression is a guaranteed outcome if it runs in your family. It simply means that you might be more susceptible to developing it. While you can't change your genetic makeup, understanding your family history of depression can empower you to take proactive steps towards safeguarding your mental health. Pay attention to any changes in mood, sleep patterns, or energy levels. Early detection and intervention are crucial when it comes to managing depression effectively. Don't hesitate to reach out to a healthcare professional if you have any concerns. Our brains are intricate networks of billions of neurons, constantly communicating with each other through chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters, like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, play a vital role in regulating our mood, emotions, and overall sense of well-being. However, when there's an imbalance in these chemical messengers, it can disrupt this delicate balance, potentially leading to depression. Imagine a seesaw. When neurotransmitters are in harmony, the seesaw remains balanced, and our mood remains stable. But when levels of certain neurotransmitters, such as serotonin, are low, the seesaw tips and our mood can plummet. This imbalance can manifest in a variety of ways, from persistent sadness and hopelessness to loss of interest in activities we once enjoyed. Understanding the role of brain chemistry in depression is crucial because it highlights the biological basis of this condition. It's about addressing the underlying chemical imbalances that are contributing to the symptoms. We all experience emotional ups and downs. It's a normal part of being human. But for women, these fluctuations can be amplified by the intricate dance of hormones throughout their lives. From puberty to menopause, women navigate a hormonal roller coaster that can significantly impact their mental health. making them more susceptible to depression than men. During certain life stages, such as menstruation, pregnancy, postpartum, and perimenopause, these hormonal fluctuations can be more pronounced, increasing the risk of depression. For example, many women experience premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD, a condition characterized by mood swings, irritability, and depression in the days leading up to their period. The rapid hormonal changes during pregnancy and postpartum can also trigger depression in some women. Additionally, the decline in estrogen levels during perimenopause can disrupt mood and increase vulnerability to depression. Understanding the interplay between hormones and mental health is crucial for women of all ages. As the days grow shorter and the nights grow longer, many people find themselves experiencing a dip in their mood and energy levels. For some, this shift in seasons can trigger a condition known as seasonal affective disorder, SAD, a type of depression linked to changes in the amount of natural light we receive. Our bodies have an internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, which regulates our sleep-wake cycle, hormone production, and other essential functions. During the winter months, when there's less sunlight, our circadian rhythm can be disrupted. This disruption can lead to an imbalance in key hormones, such as melatonin and serotonin, which play crucial roles in regulating mood and sleep. When there's less sunlight, our melatonin levels may increase, while serotonin levels may decrease, potentially contributing to feelings of depression. SAD is often characterized by symptoms such as fatigue, low energy, oversleeping, changes in appetite, difficulty concentrating, social withdrawal, and feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and worthlessness. The reduced exposure to sunlight during winter is believed to be a significant contributing factor. A healthy diet is essential for our physical health and mental well-being. The food we consume provides our brains with the nutrients they need to function optimally. Studies show a strong link between poor nutrition and depression. Diets high in processed foods can disrupt neurotransmitters, leading to mood swings and fatigue. Diets rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins support brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fish and walnuts reduce symptoms of depression. Living with a chronic illness can take a toll on every aspect of a person's life, physically, emotionally, and mentally. The constant pain, fatigue, and uncertainty that often accompany chronic conditions can create a breeding ground for depression. Imagine waking up every day with persistent pain, feeling limited in your ability to do the things you love. The relentless nature of chronic illness can chip away at your spirit, leaving you feeling overwhelmed, hopeless, and isolated. The stress of managing a chronic illness, including frequent doctor's appointments, medications, and lifestyle modifications, can be mentally exhausting. Moreover, chronic illness can disrupt your social life, work, and relationships, further contributing to feelings of isolation and loneliness. When you're constantly battling your health, it can be challenging to find the energy and motivation to engage in activities you once enjoyed. Furthermore, some chronic illnesses directly impact brain chemistry, further increasing the risk of depression. Our personalities shape how we interact with the world, influencing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. While there's no single depression personality, certain personality traits can make individuals more susceptible to experiencing this mood disorder. Think of it like this: our personalities are like filters through which we view the world. These filters color our perceptions, influencing how we interpret events and react to challenges. Individuals who tend to be overly worried, pessimistic, or self-critical may be more prone to developing depression. Perfectionism, while often perceived as a positive trait, can also be a risk factor for depression. Striving for unattainable standards and being overly critical of oneself can lead to feelings of inadequacy, failure, and low self-worth. Being aware of your tendencies can help you develop coping mechanisms and seek support when needed. Substance abuse and depression often go hand in hand, creating a vicious cycle that can be challenging to break free from. Drugs and alcohol may provide temporary relief from emotional pain, but in the long run, they exacerbate symptoms of depression and create a host of new problems. Think of it like this: drugs and alcohol are like band-aids on a gaping wound. They may mask the pain for a little while, but they don't address the underlying issue. When we're struggling with depression, our brains are already in a state of chemical imbalance. Introducing drugs and alcohol into the mix further disrupts this delicate balance, interfering with the production and function of neurotransmitters. Moreover, substance abuse can have devastating consequences on our relationships, work, finances, and physical health, creating additional stressors that worsen depression. It's crucial to seek help for both substance abuse and depression to break the cycle and achieve lasting recovery. Thank you for joining me on this journey exploring the multifaceted causes of depression. Remember, understanding the root causes is the first step toward effectively managing this condition. If you or someone you know is struggling with depression, seeking professional help is crucial. There is no shame in seeking support, and countless resources are available to guide you toward recovery. From therapy and medication to lifestyle changes and support groups, there are effective treatments available to help you regain control of your mental health. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more informative content.